Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. It is still Tuesday for me, Tuesday evening, and I decided to try to do this video, part 2 of the making folios out of envelopes. So, we're going to decorate a couple, and I'm also going to show you my very simple way of making envelopes. So that being said, I want to start my video by reading a verse from God's Word. I just recently changed that. Actually, this morning the video I made, it was the first video, and I just felt it was for me the right thing to do. So I hope y'all don't mind. He shall feed his flock like a shepherd. He shall gather the lambs with his arm. Isaiah 40:11. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things. I love that verse. I always have loved that verse. Okay, so I guess the first thing I'm going to do is start with the envelopes, how I make them. I have a handy dandy envelope maker. I've had this probably for almost as long as I've started junk journaling, and since I've had it, I've maybe only made two or three envelopes that came out right. The rest of my envelopes always come out square for some reason. I haven't been able to figure that out, but it's true. So, that being said, my options are then either to buy envelopes already made, which I do have some. I have some already made, not a lot, but I do have some, or figure out a way to make them myself. So the other night I was sitting down and I was trying to find a video, but I couldn't find one that I liked, that did what I wanted it to do. So I sat down and I said, okay, there's got to be a way to do this. And I do believe that somewhere, since I started junk journaling, I did watch a video that used this method, but I couldn't find anything like it. And I'm not saying this is an original idea, believe me, I know it's not. But I wanted to review that video, but nothing. I could not find anything that fit the bill, met my description. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different sizes, different pieces of paper. The first one is 6 by 6, 7 by 7, 8 by 8, and 8.5 by 8. Now, the way that I do this is I have a square piece of paper. You should start with a square. I have a square piece of paper and I get my ruler and I simply, I guess you really wouldn't have to draw the lines. You could just put a mark in the center. And then I draw the lines because you can draw them with pencil. You can draw, you can tell it's getting a little late for me. You can draw them with a pencil and then you can erase what you don't need. You know, you can just make them lightly, just use pencil lightly. So you've got your lines drawn in the middle, then you want to turn your paper this way. Now the short end of your paper, I hope you all can see this. You probably can't actually see those lines very well. There, now you can see it. Okay, so this is going to be the short side of your envelope. And you want to fold these up to the center line so they meet at the center line. Okay, then your other edges you want to fold up to, you can eyeball this. I believe this might be about, let's see how much it is. I need my glasses, sorry. It's about a 1/2 inch. You can just eyeball it or you can mark it. So you want to fold this up. Both sides the same distance. And you want it to be on this, you want your point to be on the center line. Now when you're done folding it, you're going to have these crisscrosses here. Now on the paper, on the envelope maker, there's a punch that you can punch them out. If you have a punch like this with a notch punch and a rounder, you can use the notch punch, but this is just copy paper, and I did try the punch and it just doesn't want to cut it. So the lines will cross like you're doing gusseted pockets, for instance. You can just cut the V part out. Okay, then when you fold it up, fold it in. I'm not even going to try to round it. I really don't think that it'll work. It may. It's going to make a liar out of me for sure. Now see, it just doesn't want to cut this real thin paper. If I put something under it, it would probably work. So you're going to go like this, and here's your envelope. Now this is 6 by 6 paper, and this envelope measures 4.5 by 3.5. Okay, now this is a 7 by 7 inch paper. Same thing. I fold up the short side first. Now this one I did do a little bit different. I brought, as long as your short lines don't cross the center line, you can pretty much put them anywhere you want them. If I don't bring them to the dead center, then I will bring them down. This looks like it might be maybe about a 1/2 inch, and I see they're not the same on both sides, but they're close enough, okay? And then on my long side, I'm going to come over and over. So your long sides are going to go above, and again, I think that is about 1 inch or so. So sorry. For sure there was a murderer coming to get me. All right, so this is just about equal distance. So then you can fold your centers, your short sides in, and your long sides. And there's your envelope. And this envelope measures 4 by 5. And I'm sorry if I have any folks from the UK or Australia. These are standard size papers, the 8.5 by 11 that I cut down, and I'm cutting them in inches. I'm using inches as my measurement. I guess I should learn to use centimeters as well. Okay, now this paper is an 8 by 8 square, and my short sides on this one, I did bring them up to the center, just like this. And then my long ones were just over the center. That looks like maybe a 1/2 inch or so. And when you fold it up, there's your envelope. And it's 5 5/8 times 5 1/4. Okay. Now this one was 8.5 by 8.5. This one I did fold. There's only one I didn't fold this at the short sides up to the center. So up to the center, okay. And then the long sides go over. That looks like a good inch. Okay. And there's your envelope. And this envelope measures Is that right? I can't even read my writing. 6 by 5. Let's see if that's correct. Yeah, 6 by 5. So that is how you can make your own envelopes. I think it's easy. If you don't have a paper envelope maker. Like I said, for some reason my envelope maker, I always end up with square envelopes, regardless. So that's how you do it. Just get a square piece of paper, whatever size you want. 8 by 8 is a good size if you're going to make these folios out of them, because they measure just a little over 5 inches, 5 6/8 by 5 1/4. 7 would also be a good size for the folios. And again, you just take your square piece of paper, remember square, draw your lines. I drew these a little bit darker, so that hopefully you would see them, and I probably actually should have drawn them in marker or something just so you could see. But I'm just drawing a line from corner to corner and from corner to corner. Okay? And folding my centers up. On this one, for some reason, I didn't fold it all the way to the center. If I had, it would have come out a little bit different size. And then on the long side, they overlap each other, staying with the point on the center line and about the same distance, over the same distance, the point, the same distance from this center line over, and also, oh, that didn't make any sense. I'm sorry, let me say that again. Okay, so your centers are either gonna come just below this line, maybe a 1/2 inch or so, or they're going to meet at the middle. I think it's easier just to have them meet in the middle. Okay, regardless of what size paper you're using. And then what's going to be your long side, your other 2 corners, they come up and over anywhere from a 1/2 inch to an inch. Okay. Then after this is folded and the folds are burnished down, you're going to have those little lines where they cross. You can just cut little V's on each corner. And there you have your envelope. I think it's very easy. Let me know what you think in the comments. If this didn't make any sense to you, or you have a better way, oh my gosh, if you know a better way to make envelopes, please, please share it with me. I want to know. That's just a way that I kind of figured out and came up with on my own. So then we are going to go ahead and I'm going to decorate, try to decorate 3 of these folios. Now this one happens to be the cardstock folio. And these are both the envelope. Now, someone asked me about doing the 3rd envelope, because when I did the video, I just did it with 2 envelopes. So this just has the 2 envelopes. This envelope here is glued to this flap. Okay, so that makes your folio. But when you add the 3rd, and if I really wanted to, I could add this 3rd envelope. I just have some extra bulk in here. Say I just wasn't thinking and I thought, oh, I really want that 3rd envelope in there. All you would have to do, and what you do when you're just making it without, and you haven't covered anything yet, is put this in here, glue the flap down, and cover this, and cover both sides of this, and you have your 3rd. You have your 3rd envelope and your little cover. And I had already cut this pocket back, so you're going to put another piece, or going to cover this with a piece of cardstock. And so that will be covered, and then you will just cover the front and back of this. And probably it would be easier to do this. You're going to cover this completely. You know, you're going to cover it up, so you're not going to have a pocket here. So it'd probably be easier to do this before you glue it down. And then when you glue it down, all you have to do is cover this flap that's right here. Okay. But I will make another one, and I'll use the 3 envelopes. So, you know, you can get envelopes. I had a couple of boxes of note cards that, okay, sorry. I don't know which one I want to use. I think I might use that one. I'm gonna put this back. I know, I gotta decide where do I want this. I want it in the center for sure. Or as close as I can get. So this measures 7 centimeters. So I'm going to do it at 3.5 centimeters. Right there. Well, okay. Okay, so this crocodile is a wonderful tool. When I first got this, I was putting eyelets on absolutely everything. Every little tag I made had an eyelet because I was so happy. It works so nicely. And I did try other things before I got this, you know, just well, it was supposed to be an eyelet setter, but I never could get it to work right. But this crocodile works really good. There are times when I wish that I had the one that has the deeper, you can go deeper into your paper. But there, okay. All right, now next thing I want to do is, I brought this, I dug through my laces and stuff and got out some laces and ribbons. Oh, my nose is itching. I got this lace. Now, full transparency, I got most of this lace from Timo, and I really stocked up on it because it's so reasonable. I mean, it's so reasonable. I don't want to say cheap, it's just inexpensive. Because you can find most of the same things on Amazon, a lot more money, but yeah, I don't know, so I'm going to put some lace on here. I might just take a little tuck right here, a little pleat. All right. So I'm going to trim this raggedy edge off, if I can find my scissors here. This is like a crocheted cotton lace, but I'll be honest, I don't think this is cotton. It's probably polyester. So I'm just going to start, and I'm going to put some glue down. Oh, maybe I'll use Fabri-Tac. Hopefully it'll behave. I know a lot of YouTube ladies, when they're doing things like this, they use their glue guns. I am not proficient with a glue gun. I mean, I try to use it from time to time. I've never used it when I was actually online. You know, when I was recording or anything. But I have tried to use it, and I just make a horrible mess. And I did buy one right before I started my channel that has a little bit more narrow, you know, smaller nozzle. And I was hoping that that might help me, but I haven't used it enough to tell you if it actually did or not. So I just want to do a little pleat right here, a little tiny one. My little Nellie she is coughing right now, but she has been doing better, much, much better. I have enough on there too. I'm on Fabri-Tac. I heard one of the videos I watched this morning, maybe it was Susan, I can't remember, Susan Gazaway, saying how many of us seem to have a love-hate relationship with Fabri-Tac, and I think that's the absolute truth. I know I do. I like it. I mean, it's absolutely necessary for so many things, but boy, sometimes it's so difficult to work with. Yeah, I want to do some serious work in my little kitty book. I'll probably do that this weekend. have. There, that's pretty. Okay, now would I put any further decorations on here? Probably not on the front. Okay, and I'll have to find a ribbon. Okay, now on the inside, I want to put a signature, but I think first I'll decorate these pockets. And what do I want to put on these? I did bring out some of my pieces of ephemera, but they're not all full. I think this Folio is way too wide. And scarecrow. I do have these. I got these. Some of my papers, somebody was asking me where I got my papers, and probably most of them come from either Hobby Lobby or Michael's, and I guess I kind of prefer Hobby Lobby. The others I get from Amazon, like I will buy Stab Piri on Amazon. It's cheaper than trying to get it at Michael's. I really don't know if Hobby Lobby even carries it. And I do get a lot of papers from Echo Park, but only when they have their warehouse sales. I don't purchase anything unless it's on a warehouse sale, and you can get some nice things pretty reasonable. So, oh, this is kind of cute. Oh, Autumn, please don't ever leave me again. That is cute. I don't know, maybe this could go in here. No. So I'm definitely going to use that one. I haven't looked at these, so I have no idea what is in here. This might look pretty on here. Fall is here. And oh, Autumn, please don't leave me again. Okay, so I think I'm gonna put these in here. So if you don't have ephemera like this, there's digitals. One Girl Art and Ginger Journals makes beautiful papers, and they are usually very reasonably priced for digitals. Another way, of course, is getting these cut and collage books. They're coming in handy now that I'm doing some of these hashtags that are collages. So there's that. And then there is, really you can find, ephemera or digitals on, if you haven't purchased from Etsy, you can find pretty things really reasonable. There are some creators, artists that charge several dollars for a digital, and I just don't pay over a certain amount. and then it's on my computer, and when I've got it, then I can go back and hunt for it and see what I've got and try to use what I've already got in my files. And then fall is here. Okay. So these are easy to decorate. I'm gonna do a little bit more in there. This is bugging me, so I want to trim it off. Oh, there's my scissors. You would not believe the mess that I have on my desk. It is just unbelievable. I could put a little something up here. Give thanks. I'm glad I opened this. Like I said, I had no idea what I had. I really like this. I think I'm going to put it on there. It's cute. I've got it. I might as well use it. Okay. And I also have these sticker boards that I got from Echo Park. Let's see what I've got in here that I could use. No, these aren't stickers. They're chipboard. But no matter. Sorry for the crinkle. Okay. Oh, these are thick. These are really thick. I don't know if I like that. I think I might just leave well enough alone for now. Okay, so I do want to sew a little signature in here. I need some papers. I'm just going to use, see what I have down here, my scrap. I could probably use this. Maybe. I have to cut it down. Well, now I want to cut it down a little bit. What else do I have? I'm not going to worry about this being white. This is for writing. So I'm just not going to let that bother me. I'm going to cut this down a little bit. Canelo. still here. I'm just looking to see what I have done here. Well, I don't have what I'm looking for. Where's my paper? Well, I know I tore a whole bunch of this. It's just plain white. It's kids' art paper. Okay, so this is 6 by 4. A little over 6. Fold these in half. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty good, although I wouldn't mind having some sort of a decorative piece on here. I don't know if there's a piece of paper in here that, oh, that wouldn't be too bad, but maybe this one. Dear. Sorry again, I hate when I have to start and stop so many times because so I have to splice all these pieces together. Okay, so I think I'll sew this in. And gonna do this just like I would do, but I'm for my regular journals. But I'm just going to eyeball this. Oh, sometimes that doggy, as much as I love him, and I hate to leave him downstairs all day, because he'll sit by the door, poor little guy, and just like, oh, when am I gonna go back to my mama? All right. And I am just going to use this. I'm just going to use some embroidery floss. Sometimes it's hard to tell what color these things are. That looks like it would be all right, but watch me get this sewn in and then I sew, no, that's pink or... I'm not gonna fight with this. So I need about 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna put a little extra because I may just want to put some on. I may just want to put some beads on here, but we'll see. Sorry. Oh boy. This probably was not a great idea, but to do it like this time of night. But, oh well, it is what it is. And we will get through this. So I'm going to do this just like I would my journals. Just sew this in. Easy peasy. Well, it would be easy peasy if I could just do it. The hard part is going to be splicing this all together. Okay. Oh, I put way too much thread. I always do that anyway. Even when I'm doing my journals, I put too much thread. It's just a bad habit, I guess. I should have rinsed this through some wax, but I forgot. I've been watching all these old movies in the evenings, and I didn't watch it all the way through. I'll probably go back and watch it. It wasn't a bad movie. You know, a little overacted like some of those older movies are. But it happened to be, and I didn't know that. I mean, I didn't pick it for that reason. But it happened to be Burt Reynolds' first, his debut into movies. So he was pretty doggone young. Okay. So I'm going to cut this off. All right. So give thanks. This goes like this. Now let's see if I have a piece of ribbon that might work with this. This one probably would. Now if your ribbon wants to unravel, you can put a little bit of Fabri-Tac on the end. That will help. Or if you have some fray check, if you're a seamstress and you have some fray check, that will work too. Okay, so there you have it. And some little beads on the bottom of this that look real pretty. So this will go in one of my fall journals. As a little signature, extra writing space. Oh, I do need to make some tags. To put in here, but I can do that later once I start putting my journal together. Because I'll probably use some things that I use in there. So I'm not going to worry about that, but it's basically decorated. Okay, let me put this to the side. So I would decorate this little springtime one, but I'm not going to do that just yet because I have all this stuff out on my desk, and it is does not go with this other little folio at all. So this one, like I said, has the third envelope in here, and it has not been inked anywhere. So I'm going to try to ink it the best I can because I think it needs to be. And of course the one I want is on the very, very bottom. And I'm gonna try not to go heavy-handed with this. I just want to This is the one I made in the first half of the video, part one. I love these papers. These are not fall papers, but I got this on sale at Hobby Lobby. My daughter took me there the other day, and you know, they were having their 40% off of Paper Studio, and the pack the 12 by 12 pack I wanted, apparently they were out of it. It was called Sun Washed or Sun Kissed. I just don't want to get this. So I just put a piece of paper here behind this so I could get in here and ink this a little bit without getting it all over everything else. And this folio here actually used 2 whole pieces of 12 by 12 paper. And this folio that I made from cardstock was made by 1 sheet of 12 by 12 paper, and I have this left over to maybe make some tags or journaling card with. So that was good. I really didn't have anything left from this. All right, so I'm not quite sure. I mean, I could put an eyelet here, but I think I'm going to use a Velcro dot. And I think I want to put some lace around this too. Let's see, do I have that other? Oh, I thought I had some off-white. Well, I can use this. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to, but this will be a little bit easier. Just going to wrap it around like this. Up, 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 Maggie. I raised my camera up a little bit, not as high as it was, to see if that, I just felt, when I watched it back, I just felt like it was way, way too close. I should start on this edge. I guess I had it right. So I warned you guys that I was kind of slow at this. I think, though, I really do think the 3 under 30 helped me quite a bit. But I'm not going to, I'm not going to do any this last week of September. I just have enough other stuff to do. I really am ready to start putting some of my journals in my Etsy shop. I mean, I have to open the shop. I've got a lot of the basic stuff done. I wanted to check on shipping today. I found my son-in-law brought me home some boxes to choose from. And I looked up what the rate would be. So that was kind of a hurdle that I got over. And then I just have to get them listed. I had thought about taking a video, doing a video of my journals, you know, but another crafter, I think Susan, I'm sure it was Susan Gazaway, told me that you're only allowed 10 seconds. And that's not really enough time. I mean, I tried it out today and I didn't get past the first couple of pages, and I was at 24 seconds, so I stopped. And he said, well, I'm just going to have to take pictures. I'm back. So I looked up and I heard a beep and my battery had died. So that means I know I've been on here for about an hour, because it dies after about an hour. Okay. So let me see if I can find my Velcro dots. I got some little tiny ones. I get them from Amazon. And I love them because they're so little and you can't really see them that much. So I just take them, I match up my two pieces. I don't know, instead of packaging them separate, I don't know why they don't match them up for you. And I decide, oh my gosh, I decide I should have measured this first. So about 5.5. That doesn't look like the half. Two and a half, 2.25. Sorry about in here somewhere. I don't know which one's on top. Yeah, got it upside down, but it's all right. All right, let me put these away because I'm always misplacing them. But see how tiny they are? And they hold really well. But they're not as obtrusive as some of the bigger ones. And they're not very expensive. Maybe I should start an Amazon storefront. I don't know. Right now I've got too many fires going on. I need to tackle things one at a time. All right. Canelo, no. Everything's okay. All right. So there we have that. All right, so we actually do have room to put something on here. Here. These are so thick. I'm just trying to see if I see anything. Oh my goodness, these are really, I know you can't really tell, but they're thick. Come on. Well, I guess I don't really need my Fabri-Tac for this. Put this little autumn bouquet on here. This is autumn. Okay. All right. That's too wide. Oh, my hand's been itching like crazy today, this afternoon. Hello, autumn. I don't think this is gonna fit on either one. So maybe this. What word? Probably should have put this one on the front. I love fall most of all. I don't know if I can pick that up. Oh good, I can't. It took some of the paper, but I'm going to put this right over it because it's a little bit bigger. I love fall most of all, and I do. Okay, so this little autumn, maybe we'll put right here. This kind of fits pretty good right there. Now this came out of, maybe I'll do a flip through of the book, even though I have taken some things out. Canelo. Even though I've taken some things out. Because it's a pretty nice fall collage book. So I may do a flip through of that on Friday. Okay. And then this. Hello, Autumn. I don't know. I mean, you're probably shouting out things to me if you see them. Oh, that would work. Use that, Maggie. Use that. Oh, I can just hear you. Oh, this is cute. Welcome, fall. I've been waiting for you. And I'm sorry if I keep pulling this. I become aware of it and then it's too late. I need a little something, something. Go there. I know some folks are just crazy about these trucks. I know the red truck became very popular. And I thought it was real cute too, but I just wasn't interested in using it, I guess. I've never really done anything with the truck. And here in Texas, you know, trucks are everything. Everybody has a truck. Maybe need another thing on here. There's a pretty fall butterfly. This is butterfly. Okay, now I want to put a belly band here and a little pocket here, but I used up all of this paper, so I probably will, I need to hunt for something else that's coordinating, and I'm going to sew my signature in right here. I need to get I'm right here, I'm just looking for this paper that I love to use for here it is, right in front of me. How do you like that? Oh, my nose. Oh my goodness, you would not believe the mess that I've got on my desk. Holy moly. And I think I lost my poker here. Someplace. Alright, so I do need my cutter for a minute. Oh, I can use my, oh, there's my poker. Right there. I can use this. So I want these to be I want these to be 5.5 inches tall. And I want 3.5 and 3.5. 7, so I'm just guesstimating here. I could do it like this. No, I couldn't. I was going to do it like this. It should work pretty well. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 pieces, that's good. Let's see if I have another piece of that. So I bought this little booklet. I was watching the creator, and it ended up she was the one that put this book together. And it was on Amazon. Can't remember what it was, but when I got it, it was not what I expected it to be, and it certainly wasn't worth the amount of money that I paid for it. And I'm not even going to say who the creator was or anything like that. So I didn't like it, and I got in touch with Amazon and told them that this paper is not what I expected, and I didn't feel it was described correctly. So I wanted to return it. And they said, that's funny, every once in a while they do that. I was so shocked. You know, you don't have to return it, just, and we'll refund you. Well, boy, was I shocked about that. Oops. So I pull a piece out of it now and then for something like this. Okay, so I'm just going to do the same thing that I did with the last one. Same process. I think I'll even use the same color of embroidery thread. I didn't want to get my big clamps out, but I don't want this slipping on me either, so that's why I'm doing it. Oh, this can come up a little bit actually. I'm sorry this has been a really long video. And I hope it's helpful to y'all. Decorating them is all up to you. Whatever you have to work with it. You know, if you like it, you go with it. You know, there's no right or wrong way. This is all about what feels right to you. And what you have on hand, you know. I still want to do a video about what I had when I started junk journaling and what I find now. I have more than I need, really. And, but what are the things that I really do need, you know, that I use all the time. So that is a video that I would like to do before too much more time goes by. I'm not going to use so much string this time. Oh, mercy sakes. One. This is all tangled up. Well, I'm going to cut it. I'll just save this for something else. I'm sure I'll want to sew something with it. So 1, 2, 3. And that was a generous 3. It's just on my needle threader. But let me put my spectacles on. See if I can do it without the needle threader. I mean, I can see the hole all right. It's just that this embroidery floss wants to separate. That's why I should have waxed it first. Oh, there's that pesky bug again. I put him under my glue bottle before. I don't know what it is. There, I'm going to put that over him. When I went to take care of it after I was finished doing what I was doing, it was gone. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Well, I wish all signatures were as easy to sew in as this. He just cannot help himself. And that's one thing the trainer did say, that it's a lot, just a response, you know, he's reacting to something. I still used way too much thread, didn't I? Oh well. Here, let me tighten this up. I didn't check the other one to see if it was in tight enough. Probably was, but okay. I'll save this piece. Put this back in here. I know my needle threader is here someplace. All right, so we got this signature sewn in. All right, everyone, so Let me at least put this away. All right. All right, so I think I'm pretty much done with this one. I could tie some ribbon around this tube, and I may do that, but I'm not going to do that right now. So here's this one. I'm not going to get to the other one. This, I know when my battery died, it was at least an hour. So here's this one. There's a pocket, and this will be decorated with a belly band. And another pocket right here. And of course I will put some little journaling cards. So yeah, so we did two. We did two. I'm happy with how they came out. Let me know what you think. They need some beads added to the bottom. Little signature. And fall is here. And I hope the envelope, the way I showed you the envelopes helps. I'm sure there is a better way, but that's just how I kind of figured it out, and it works, and it's pretty easy. You don't need an envelope maker. Absolutely you don't. So I'm trying to clean up my desk a little bit. I have really got a big mess. I'm so embarrassed to say. But I'll have it cleaned up. Oh my goodness, I want to try to get this video loaded. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge because I've got so many parts where I had to stop it. So I apologize for that. But if you have pets, especially dogs, then I'm sure you will understand. So anyway, thank you guys so much. If you stuck with me through this video, or if you didn't, if you just watched part of it, which I know people do, and you know that's okay, especially if it's long like this. Please give me a thumbs up, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the folios, and let me know what you think of the envelope method I had for making envelopes. So the next one that I make, I will make it with 3 envelopes, so that you can, whoever might be interested can see how that's done and decorated. All right. So I am going to get off of here for now. For me, I'll say good night. It'll probably be morning for you when you see this, or whenever you're able to watch it. So I hope you enjoy it. And, it was long, so if you had to stop and start and stop and start, then that's okay. I understand. I won't know. You do what you need to do. But I love you all, and I thank you for your support. I thank you for all your wonderful comments that you leave for me. I know I'll have some shout outs in the morning for my next video, and for Friday's video, and you guys just be blessed, and whatever you're doing, just enjoy it. All right, so for now, bye bye everyone. I'll see you in the next one.